Now, when talking to Jamo and DJ Jamo and DJ Zorro, they like been around for like between them 15 to 20 years, each of them individually. They're talking about, hold on a second, the content of today's music, not only content, they feel that it's not strong now. If anything, the infrastructure is weaker now, and I don't see this next wave of artists having much to stand on now. From and obviously me and Jamo had to go with the promoters, like in terms of not even the promoters, how people plug into the promoters and people just starting up doing things without looking in the past. But taking it aside, what's your as you're more I know you're way more plugged into like a lot of like the new acts coming through. Do you feel that there's a massive now thing ready to burst, especially in the UK? Have we got a scene ready to burst in the UK, or is it just 2-3 still going to be trying to come through, and it will be forever going around this merry-go-round? Do you see that?
Do I see what specifically again? So one more time, please.
Do you see that we're going to be going around in a merry-go-round in the UK scene in urban gospel, or do you see this now? The artists that are coming out now, and the past couple of years breaking through. Likes of Marvelous and obviously Governor B trailblazing out there as well, amongst with a lot of the new guys coming through. Do you see the scene getting much stronger?
I think the scene is going to get stronger. I mean, over the last, I'm not going to sound like I'm the academic who knows it all or anything, but for over the last, let's say 10 years, music has changed. There's more experimentation with sounds and crossing genres and things like that, which there always been, but like it seems like technology has made it much more easier now. People just want to blend things together. So music is going to change, and I think if I'm not to hold a pessimistic view to say, oh, now the technology is coming, it's all almost the same, then we are left with not innovating anymore, and it's almost like it's a stagnant where we have all the ability and the machines to make music. But where's the innovation going to come from? We've done it all. But one video I saw with Getz yesterday actually on Twitter was that he was sort of tired of the grime scene and how he's interested in innovating, and he feels like it's good to innovate instead of sounding the same, people wanting to go back to the past and have the same content of the past. I think the content is going to have to be questioned with each artist and each album release. And if the content is not, if we don't have strong content, and deep content, then maybe it's a reflection of culture itself and how we view music and how we talk about things, So that's the conversation itself. Because for me, music only reflects the people's hearts and the culture they're living in. Andrew Fletcher, you write the songs you write the laws of the land, and I write the songs of the city. And that's a Scottish philosopher or poet. So if we have content which is not strong, then it means that people are not really strong in their content and how they view things, and it's just party seasons for most people. Wealth is a thing that we can talk about so much now because people are so wealthy or aspiring to be wealthy, or it's the desires of people's hearts all the time, instead of revolution or fighting poverty or speaking about things that Peter Tosh's and the Marleys were talking about. Or maybe we're just not at a place where we spiritually want to make songs like Amazing Grace, or we spiritually want to make songs like
Get True.
Lord, I Come to You, where people are actually tapping into situations that are happening, or music is flowing out of them that makes them want to create certain music. It's a song called, I think, Raise the Hallelujah by Bethel Music School, Bethel Music Church. And the story that comes with that song is so powerful that when I saw it, I was almost in tears, because that song itself, it coming out of a situation where people have a real moment. You're not just crafting songs from the head. Yeah.
No way. You know what?
I think there's great artists coming out. I think there's great artists coming out. It depends on who they are and where they're going to come from. But there's always going to be great artists. There's always going to be the Michael Tosson. There's always going to be the Kendricks. There's always going to be the Melvillises, and in other genres, the Marley Musics and John Billions that are coming out with new music and are tapping into things that maybe culture just doesn't want to talk about, or afraid to talk about, or it's easier to not talk about, or put yourself into that space. So big ups to Getz, for example.
Yeah, most definitely. Are you listening to Toby Nwenge?
He's one of my favorites. Even though I don't like using the word favorite.
He's bro, like I must admit, yeah, I caught a bit of it. Yeah, he's just like, and then when you look at his videos, the way he's dropping it, I'm like,
I was so challenged by that. I was very challenged by that.
I'm like, yo, this guy's crazy. Like
uniqueness. I actually showed his music, Roger. Sorry, I actually showed his music to a sort of halfway Christian rapper, young person, and he was like, wow, okay. I like this guy.
He just, and this is the thing is now, yeah. It's like, yeah. Oh my goodness, we can have convo till the cows come home, man. You know what I'm saying? But no, this is crazy. But guys, this is just like a taster, because hopefully we'll be launching off a project under Gideon called Decipher. Yeah. And
Decipher podcast.
And then we'll be chopping up with the likes of it's not gonna be like this show here, like music and a bit of chat now and again. It's gonna be music, reviewing, analyzing. You got guys that have been on the scene from when I was 18, 19, 20, yeah. That's been around. You got people like that are commercial like myself, and you're gonna have people like who's hardcore, like extreme geeky creative, like Joel, like you know, looking for, you know what I mean? So I saw you, Joel.
He's been in the scene since Tunnel Rats.
This is what I'm saying, man. So when I'm talking about Tunnel Rats, Joel was rapping back then, man, and I'm like, yo, dude, you was rapping back, you know what I mean? So like, and then you got Guz winning. We're gonna beat up Jamo.
Honestly, Jamo needs to be involved. Please.
I'm gonna beat him up. Now there's a couple guys, because what it is as well, guys.
There's Charles as well. Charles from KC Mix.
This is what I'm saying. We want to pass on knowledge, man. At the same time, we want to have, you know, if the biggest problem is we've seen a lot of people review stuff from such a one-dimensional perspective right now. Oh, this is great. Let's play it because I know so and so. I want to know. No, we're not playing it because I know so and so. I'm playing it because the depth of this track. Where's this guy coming from? And I'll be like saying, yo, I'm a church boy, so I'm not feeling this track because it don't relate to me. But you be like, yo, blood, like, yo, this is where it's at. You know me? And I think that we need to have more platforms where, bro, we can not
just honest and critical about our music.
Yeah. Critical, and in a way, you cannot be sending no letters or bomb letters to our houses saying, yo, we done with you. But the reality show is the truth is the truth, and I think that it's you know, bro, like in the secular scene, if a track is whack, man will say it straight on radio.
Exactly. How are you going to create more music and quality music if you're not scrap? How many songs did Michael Jackson not put onto albums? You know, how many songs did you know? I mean, how many? And even taking chances, Marvin Gaye's What's Going On, the album. How many times did you say no to it and you had to try and put it out because you thought it was quality? Whoa. How many times do people go through records and scrap them? You know, if we want to be at like I was saying to one of the panel members for the Cypher podcast, if we want to be at the table with the best of the best, and I want to improve my skills in production, in songwriting, in vocal recording, all that kind of stuff. If I want to be at the best of the table, then I need to be at the master classes. I need to be at the ciphers. I need to be and with the musicians, learning more and more, practicing putting in my 10,000 hours, basically, you know, mastering my craft, my Robert Greene type stuff. Just do it, you know, and getting the critique that's harsh so that you can actually improve. Or else we won't be at the table with the Jay-Z's and we'll never be there because we don't actually want the critique. It's really simple as that.
No, 100% agree. But listen, bro, I have got to kick it off the show quickly because I'll just introduce this whole Decipher concept now because we're gonna run out of time. Like, but no, guys, you will be getting more in depth thing with Gideon. Obviously, you know, there's been many battles conversations on the Lift Show with Gideon and myself, and we know we're quite frank. So you guys haven't met Joel, so trust me, if you want Frank, he's actually frank and politically correct at the same time. We go, let's not review this element. I will hop that Roger, you talk instead.
By the way, the song you're playing earlier before I came on to talk with you was actually really nice. So that sounds very different.
Damien, it's Damien, a track called Light. Yeah. I like it, man. I like the vibe. I like this. Yo, I feel like I'm listening to a commercial station here when I listen to that. Like,
it does actually. You're changing. You're selling out, Roger. You're changing.
Yeah, sorry. It says, yo, don't know about this, Roger. Yo, Roger for BBC Radio 2. No more one extra, bro. Oh my God,
exactly.
Radio 2.
Having conversations.
We don't do play none of that little loud music at night.
BBC 6, you mean? Gideon Cohen, brother.
Listen,